I'm not angry at Asian people for that, for feeling of fear, but I am very, very.
Please check out that creator's entire video. He's talking about how when he's in Oakland, Chinatown, it's obvious that Asian Americans are afraid of him because of misinformation that is scapegoating black people as the perpetrators of anti-Asian hate crime, when the reality is it is majority white people. And he's asking, what do we do about this? The United States Commission on Civil Rights is conducting an investigation into the federal response to anti-Asian racism during the pandemic. On March 24th, they held a public briefing, which is viewable on YouTube, but it's 4 hours long, so I'll also be summarizing information here. Most importantly, there is a public comment period available until April 24th, where the Commission will be taking written statements at this email address that they will take into consideration as they prepare their report on the federal response to anti-Asian racism during the pandemic. I, as an Asian American, will be providing a written statement that says that I do not consent to organizations like the Manhattan Institute and Citizens for Sanity using Asian Americans to scapegoat black people for anti-Asian hate crimes, and that the measures needed to address anti-Asian racism are measures that need to be taken to address racism for all black, brown, indigenous, and other people of color. And those measures include responsible use of language by politicians, inclusive education curriculums where we are learning about accurate history about one another, that hate crime reporting be available not only through law enforcement but through health services, and that resources be provided to invest in restorative justice approaches, because that will help prevent hate crime, whereas our current carceral system does not, and also that resources be made available to community organizations that are investing in fostering racial unity and public safety. Since I've been asked, I do feel that it is appropriate for black people, if they want to provide written statements, especially because there are organizations like Manhattan Institute and so-called advocates like Diane Yap who are implicating black people as the perpetrators of anti-Asian hate crime in a forum that specifically didn't include black people. And I highly encourage Asian Americans to provide written statements that we do not consent to being weaponized against the black community, and that we recognize that the measures needed to keep us safe with respect to racism and preventing hate crime are the same measures that need to be taken for all black, brown, indigenous, and other people of color, and all marginalized people who experience hate crime.